Hi, boys and girls. I am going to show you how to make something called a hand-foot reindeer. I know it sounds really silly, and actually they are kind of silly, and they can look really funny. The main thing is this. I'll show you how to do it. You can watch the video over and over if you need to, and you can decorate it, put it up somewhere in your house, and then make sure you save it so you can bring it to school or turn it into school when we come back in January, okay? Because I'd like to use it for something special that I'll make you for the end of the school year. Anyhow, here's how we make it. It's going to be a little tricky to do it over the computer, but I'll try my best. Here are the supplies you need for your hand-foot reindeer. You have a big black piece of paper, so you'll need that. All right, don't do anything with it yet. You also have a big rectangle brown piece of paper. You have an oval, it's already been cut out for you. You have a dark brown square, and you'll see it's been folded in half. Leave it folded. That way you won't have to cut something out twice. I'll show you that in a minute. Then you also have one piece of red. You have one piece of white that's folded. Oh, I ended up with two. But you probably just have one. You only need one. Leave it folded. And then you should have four little pieces of brown rectangle. Okay, if you don't have four, it's all right. You should have enough left over from some other things to have it. I'm going to put those four brown pieces out of the way, the red piece out of the way, the white piece out of the way, even this dark brown one, I don't need it yet. What I'm going to start with is my oval. So here's what I do. Let me try and turn this straight. I'll take some glue and I'll put my glue on my oval. I don't just put a dot in the middle. That is not going to be enough glue. I put my glue around and I always touch the tip of my glue bottle. I don't let glue spill, I touch. That way I can control how much I'm using. I put a little bit of glue, not too much. You don't want to put so much glue that it starts dripping. Oh, that's pretty good. Okay, I'll put my glue bottle down. Now I'll put my oval near the center of my big black paper. See that? It's near the center. All right? And I'll make this facing you. So mine will be facing you. You'll make yours at home the easy way for you. Okay, next comes a really funny part. This is going to be where we use your foot. So I'm going to show you how I use my foot. This brown piece of a rectangle of brown paper, you're going to put your foot on top of that and trace around your foot. I have a pretty major problem though. Let me show you what my problem is. All right, I'm going to put this right here on the table, and I'll put my foot on it to trace it, but guess what? My foot is too big. Oh my gosh, my foot's too long. This bird has really big feet. Okay, I think I can get it on if I put it just a little bit from corner to corner. You put your little foot on there, and then you're going to take a pencil or a pen, and you trace around your foot. I might have to kind of cheat a little bit because I have such big feet. All right, that's the best I could do. And my best is good enough. So take a look. There's my foot. Doesn't that look funny? All right, after you trace your foot, cut it out. So you'll have to watch me do that. This whole thing you'll have to just watch. Remember, when you hold scissors, put your fingers in the big hole. Always have them pointing up. Your thumb in the small hole. And always keep your scissors pointing up. Don't make your scissors follow a line. It's too hard. As you're following the line, look at my scissors are pointing up. My other hand makes the paper move. Look at that. My scissors are just pointing up. Little snips, snips, snips. And there we are. So this piece of paper, maybe save it for right now. You might want to make a little tail later. Let's put it to the side. I'll bring back up my other big paper. Here it is. Now this is going to be my reindeer's head. I can have, maybe this will be his nose. I can have him looking down like that, looking up. And yes, the nose can come right off of the paper if I want it to. So let me see. I'll put a little bit of glue on my reindeer's nose. Do you see how there's some of the line that I drew? That's the side that I like to put the glue on because I don't really want to see that in my finished artwork. So I put a little bit of glue. And let's see, I think I'll put my reindeer's head, I think I'll put it right here and looking up at the sky. He's looking up at the sky. But he could be also looking down. You put the head how you like the head. Next, I'm going to do my reindeer's antlers, those horns that come out. I'll use this brown paper that's folded. Leave it folded. This time you're going to trace your hand. Again, my hand is so big. So I am going to do my best to trace my hand. I'll get all of those fingers, kind of spread them out. And I'm going around and around and around. And of course you'll have to move your arm to finish it off. Kind of a funny looking hand, isn't it? Looks a little odd, but that's okay. Now cutting out hands is tricky. Try it. Don't just give it to someone else to do. Try it at first. Leave your paper folded and that way you can cut it out once and you'll end up with two hands. It's really great. I'll turn it this way so you can see how I'm doing it. I point my scissors up. Let's see, I'll follow the line. My scissors are still pointed up. Every once in a while, look at those scissors. Oh, here comes the hard part. I go around, I turn the paper, and if you get to a certain part and you're really frustrated, just ask for some help. It's okay to have some help, but always try a little bit on your own. Coming back around, coming around. I should have 5 little antlers because I do have 5 fingers, but if you by accident cut off one of your fingers, that's okay. This paper you won't need again, so put it to the side where you can throw it away later. Now here's your antlers. You've got 2 of them because it was a folded paper. Now, to put these onto your reindeer, if this is my reindeer's head, he's looking up. His nose is up here, his eyes will be about there. So his head, if it's looking up, his antlers point down. Let me show you that. Pretend like I'm a reindeer. Here's my antlers. Right now, if I look down, my antlers are up on top. But if I look up, look at my antlers. They go kind of back behind me. Think about where your antlers would move. And depending where you put your head will depend where your antlers go. So I don't think I want to put my antlers right here. No. Or here. No. Let's see. I'm not even going to put them up there. Watch where I put my antlers. Now, parents, let your children put the antlers where they visualize it. That actually makes it, pardon me, a lot of fun. I'm going to put one antler here, and I'm going to put the other one right here. And I know that might look silly to you, but I think that if my reindeer is looking up, his antlers are back a little. All right, I'll keep going. It will make sense soon. The next thing I'm going to do is make this into a reindeer by adding eyes. All I do is I draw one circle. I made the eyes pretty big. Now, since the paper's folded, if I cut out my one circle, I'll have 2 eyes. Snip, snip, snip. Lots of parts to this activity. Remember, stop the video anytime to catch up. I go pretty fast. Okay, put a little bit of glue on each of these eyes, and I'll show you how I do it. Here's one eye, and here's the other eye. Now watch, if I add a black dot in the middle, it brings it to life. I'm getting closer to the finish. Ah, my funny reindeer. My hand, foot, reindeer. Guess what this is for? Well, it's Rudolph. It's his nose. All right, let's take a look. You can make small, medium, large. Mine is kind of a medium, I guess. See that? Make a circle. Cut it out. Remember, you can always go back and watch the video again. I put some glue. Remember, I like to put the glue on the side with what I drew. And I put this, look, here's his nose, way out there. Isn't he funny looking? So what does he need? Legs. He needs his legs. Now, the legs are really fun. You can decide if you want your reindeer to just be standing. If he's standing straight up and down, I can't really show you. The legs would be just straight. This is hard to do. Straight down, like that. You could glue them. But if you want him flying, let me show you how I'm going to make mine flying. Since he's looking up, I'm going to make him fly. I add a little glue. And I put the legs, 2 of them will come out of the front. Don't worry, I'll hold it up and show you. Those are his front legs, and his back legs will come out back here. You can make yours standing or flying, whatever you think for yours. These are really silly. They're a lot of fun. There's my flying reindeer. The last thing you can do if you want is with that piece of paper that had the foot, if you cut one of the corners off, just snip off a corner, a little triangle, and if you add just a tiny bit of glue, you can glue that on as a tail. Look at that. Oh, look, boys and girls. I've got my hand, foot reindeer. Super cute. Make sure you write your name on the back. You can write it in pencil or a white crayon. It's kind of fun to do. And that is your hand and foot Rudolph reindeer. All right, have fun.